Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report. We're really here. There we are.
There we go.
Yeah, we're here somewhere. It's the Hammer Down Racing Report, part of the Evergreen Podcast Network, show number 370 for Thursday, the 13th of March.
Yep.
Tomorrow, race season begins.
Yeah.
So excited.
And it's Pi Day, too.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
It's 3/14.
It's Ron Miller, Scott Hammer. I'm Scott Hammer. He's Ron Miller. Coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch from the Dominator Race Products Studio. Tonight on the show, we're going to be speaking with
Justin Liskai.
Justin Liskai, Director of Operations out there at Attica Raceway Park, where the race season will be kicking off tomorrow. And I know when I talked to him a few weeks ago, he's like, yeah, I know how we our luck is usually with this weather, so I'll probably have a lot of time and available for you.
Not so.
No, weather's been great, and forecast looks good, but we have the weekend weather pit stop forecast
Yes,
coming up.
we do.
The return of that as well, and spoiler, I think it's looking good for tomorrow.
Shh.
Okay, all right.
We want them to stay tuned.
Stick around for that. Also tonight, we'll be giving away Hammer Down Racer Report window sticker, courtesy of DCR Graphics. We'll be doing that for the How Many now. And if you have a pizza place and you want to give away some pizza.
Or if you know somebody that has a pizza place that would like to give away some pizza, you don't have to own it yourself. You could lobby on behalf of Hammer Down Racing Report.
There you go. Yeah. And Mazda's, we might get Mazda's back on board with us here in a couple months as soon as race season starts. So
race season starts tomorrow, Scott.
I think for his drivers.
Well,
Which that's coming up pretty soon. And what's Fremont's?
Yeah, Fremont is April 19th.
Okay.
All right. And Oakshade is the following week.
Very fair.
It's happening.
It's happening. Before we get to anything here tonight, we have our Oakshade Raceway 50th anniversary trivia and chance to win a couple of these passes for any event in 2025. You get a pair of passes, so you can afford
grandstand passes.
Yeah, grandstand passes. Thank you. And our trivia question this week was, and apparently I've been told this was way too easy, so I apologize. And
there were incorrect answers.
There were. Somebody put Ron Miller as an answer.
A few somebodies.
I saw you put in an answer though.
I did.
You're on the wheel we're going to spin here.
That's pretty cool.
Very shortly for a chance to win.
Amazingly, Fremont has a lot of off Saturdays, so I would use those.
Okay. Well, the question was, who is the only driver to win both the birthday? I guess he run the Barney too. I didn't actually look that because I saw he made a comment in the post himself.
Did that count as the correct answer?
Well, he didn't put his name, so.
Oh, okay.
So I did not put him on here, but the answer was, or the question again was, who won both the birthday race and the track championship at Oakshade in the same year?
Right.
And that would be Rusty Schlenk.
Right.
2010, I believe, was the year he did that. And we had quite a few correct entries.
Well, I'll bet we did.
So we're going to spin the wheel here, and what's going to happen is whatever name it lands on, you're going to have 5 minutes. You'll be put on the 5-minute clock to put it in the comments.
I win.
There you go. That's all you got to do is put I win. And if you don't do it within 5 minutes, we're going to spin the wheel again. There you go.
Look at all of those names.
There's a few of them I have. Let me hide
there
this first.
There must be 5,000 names there, Scott.
I want to make sure I got this. I think I have this set so it'll pull a different winner if the first one doesn't go. So here, let's throw the wheel on the screen. Had a little bit of an issue when we were practicing earlier with Dave, producer Dave. There, it's on the screen. Okay, here we go. You got a 1 in 30 chance, something like that. Yeah. So here we go. Spinning the wheel. These are all the correct answers in that Facebook post. Another reason to follow us on Facebook. David Keegan looks to be our winner.
Yeah.
So David Keegan, part of the deal is you have to be listening to win. So you got 5 minutes. So by 7:10, we have to see I win in the comments of our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. Otherwise, we're going to go on and spin the wheel again and give it to someone else. So there you go. Hopefully David Keegan is listening, or if you're friends with David, You might want to reach out to him and say, hey, you need to hop on here. Racers, get ready. Dittman Motorsports is your complete race shop in Northwest Ohio. They have Hoosier Tires, high-performance parts, full service, and support to keep you on track. Whether you need expert service or the right gear, Dittman Motorsports has you covered. Call 419-283-8580 or stop by today, dittmanmotorsports.com. Had an interesting conversation with Craig last night, yeah. I'll tell you about that later because it has to do with one of our other sponsors.
Oh, okay.
David Keegan, he's there. You won. So
hey, David.
Congratulations, David Keegan. You get yourself a pair of passes, grandstand passes for Oakshade Raceway. You have 30 days to pick those up. You can do so from...
David, would it be okay if I gave those to Tim Baker and he can get them to you?
Yes, once I give it to Ron, it's now between you and Ron. So here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Last I talked to Pam out at Oakshade, we're supposed to be having a few more to give away.
Oh, cool.
But I know she's been feeling under the weather, so I haven't really been bothering her. So hopefully we'll have some for next week. But anyway, elevate your racing performance with Dominator Race Products, the premier choice for high-quality, durable race car components. From innovative nose pieces and valances to robust fenders and spoilers, their products are engineered to enhance your vehicle's aerodynamics and durability on the track. Trusted by racers nationwide, Dominator Race Products delivers the reliability and performance you need to dominate the competition. Visit Dominator Race Products today to explore their extensive range of products and take your racing to the next level. David says, yes, you can.
Cool.
All right, you got that all sorted out there. Also got to mention Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Victory Fuel, Magic Moment Entertainment, and, of course, DCR Graphics, other sponsors of the show. Now, I got some news regarding a lot of our sponsors that we'll get to when we get to their reads.
Very good.
Some interesting stuff.
Scott, we had a question.
Oh,
scroll back up just a little bit. He lives 5 miles from Wayne County, and he wonders why we don't cover Wayne County. And we do, and we started doing that the end of last year. But he says we cover Australia. Well, that's a simple question, because Australia is south of the equator, and they race all year during our winter. And they
not
don't,
all year. They just race during
our
off season.
Right. They race during our off season, and they're off during our on season. So it gives us something to talk about. And we've got some great friends in Australia who've been on the show.
Absolutely. And speaking of Australia, we have some results from this past weekend.
Racing Roundup.
Big weekend, yeah, at Perth Motoplex, the Mobile One Australian Late Model Championship, starting Friday night. Brent Vosberger picking up the first late model feature win. Kai Blight, who was on the show recently, was it last year or the year before?
Probably last year.
He won the second late model feature. I know when we
that was on opening night.
Yeah, that was opening night. Both Friday night they had two late model features opening night. Brendan Marshman won the Formula 500 race. Max Lang, the junior Formula 500s. Mackenzie Silver, junior sedans, and then Saturday night number 2, Kai Blight once again with another late model feature win. Brad Maiolo in the sprint cars. Cody Nash winning in speed cars, and then yes, they raced Wednesday as well, which was like our Tuesday morning or something like that.
Tuesday night here.
Yeah. Wednesday, Kai Blight again. He's looking pretty good.
Did you scroll down through the entry list, Scott, and see how many of those racers had raced at our area racetracks?
Last year. I know Kai had, when we talked to him, his dream, I don't know if it was his dream, but what would be the biggest win to him would be to win at Eldora. That's his favorite track.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see him here this summer again.
Yeah, Kai had run the number 31 car at Oakshade. Of course, Brad Blake has raced here numerous times. I would think there were at least a half a dozen of the Australian racers that have raced here.
Other winners Wednesday at Perth include Blake Scary winning in the non-wings. I like that name, Scary.
Yeah.
Max Long, your junior 500 winner. Mackenzie Silver winning in the junior sedans. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series in action at the Talladega Short Track on Friday. Bill Baylog picking up the win there. And then Saturday, the Black Ice Brawl at Magnolia Motor Speedway. David Gravel, your winner. I believe he's leading the points, too. He's been
hot again.
Yeah. ARCA Menard Series Friday night at Phoenix Raceway, the General Tire 150. Brent Cruz picking up the win there. Xfinity race on Saturday at Phoenix. Eric Almirola, your winner. And Sunday, Christopher Bell picking up his third Cup Series win in a row. And
3 in a row.
Shriners Children's 500 at Phoenix Raceway. I think if he wins another, he moves way up in where people have in a short list. The list gets shorter as the more wins in a row. I think was it Petty? He's got like 10 in a row or something. So he's got a little ways to go.
But 3 in a row this early in the season. I think there's only one other racer. Maybe Jimmy Johnson. I don't remember, but
I don't remember. Yeah, nobody recently has won that many.
Talking heads were discussing it.
Before we get to Justin Liskai, a couple other announcements here, including get ready, race fans. The 2025 Oakshade Raceway season kicks off on Saturday, April 26th, with DCR Graphics Sportsman, Dominator Superstocks, and Compacts. Saturday, May 3rd, is going to be a full show with the addition of late models. We've got the Barney Oldfield race coming up on Saturday, June 14th. Make sure to also mark your calendars for one of the most electrifying nights of the year. That's going to be Saturday, July 12th, for the annual birthday race featuring UMP Dirt Car Summer Nationals, co-sanctioned with the American Late Model Ironman Series, as well as the Summit Racing Equipment Modified Nationals as well. And if you visit oakshaderaceway.com or my race pass, you may notice there's a few race dates on there, and that's one of the reasons that Craig had called. I guess he had been getting some questions. Like,
me too.
How come there's only half a season on there?
Yeah,
because that's all that it's up so far. That's all that's posted.
5 or 6 shows, I think.
I think it's most Saturdays up through the birthday race is on there. And then there's a few scattered after the birthday race. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, the schedule is not official yet, and there's still more coming. I just have not been provided those dates yet. So Oakshade is not running just half a season. That was the concern. Full season will be coming. And one of the dates that have been posted, of course, was the Showdown series, which we had kind of already known was going to be that last Saturday in September. So now 2 official dates for the Showdown series. That final Saturday in September at Oakshade. I believe DCR Graphics Sportsman and Compacts are going to be in action that night as well. And then
is Scott Hammer and the Ocho going to be there?
At Oakshade?
At Oakshade.
Probably.
Okay.
Is Ron Miller going to be there?
That's the plan.
Well, I know there's an enduro or that 12-hour thing going on too. That same day.
Well,
I had to bow out of that, I think, or race very early in the morning. Anywho,
I would love to though.
Yeah, that
and it's 4 drivers and each one run a 3-hour shift. So
yeah, we could run that in the morning and then go do some Showdown in the evening.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Planning your dream wedding or special event, make it unforgettable with Magic Moment Entertainment. Mention the Hammer Down Racing Report when you book, and you'll get $100 off your reception DJ service. With over 30 years of experience, Ron Burt will make sure your event is perfect. Magic Moment handles everything from contracts to full liability insurance, giving you peace of mind, plus no hidden fees, no charges for mileage or dance floor lighting ever. He serves the entire states of Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Kentucky. He'll serve other states, too, but there's probably going to be a charge for that.
Or Australia.
Or Australia. He wants first-class lodging and accommodations there. Magic Moment specializes in wedding receptions, but also excels in corporate events and mitzvahs. They take pride in working closely with couples and clients to create magical moments tailored just for you. Call 419-594-2261 or find Magic Moment Entertainment on Facebook under Magic Moment Entertainment or Ohio Sports Blitz. And make sure to look for Ron, not you, Ron Burt.
The other Ron.
The other Ron from Ohio Sports Blitz down at the Pickwell Race Car Show. He's going to be doing some interviews down there, and he said we can use some of those on the show next week. So
cool.
We'll see if we get some good interviews. So if you see him down there, say hi to him, and maybe he'll be on the show next week. Who knows? And with that, how about we give Justin a call here?
That works.
Okay. I should be on video real quick. Oh. Wait, he might actually be on. Maybe he should. He's right there. I didn't even
cool.
Hi there.
You didn't have to give him a wake-up call.
No. Just shows how much I paid attention. I was reading too much stuff here.
Well, you're fine.
Justin Liskai.
I was a little busy.
You were a little busy?
Yeah, see?
Oh, at the track. Look at the look at the sun. I mean, the blue skies.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Who would have guessed that on March 14th of 2025, or March 13th, that we'd be going racing on March 14th of 2025 with such beautiful weather?
Oh, yeah.
I know. I was saying, I spoke to you a couple weeks ago, and you're, I guess you weren't real
I wasn't
sure.
optimistic. Let's put it that way.
Optimistic. That was the word. You weren't super optimistic, just given the past history of early starts in March in Northwest Ohio.
I was concerned that all the frost was going to be out of the ground.
Right. Well, no, that's the thing. About 2-3 weeks ago, I talked to my track guy, and he said the frost was still about a foot down. Well, we haven't had that much cold weather. We've had some pretty warm weather, and they've had the rollers out all week here, basically squeegeeing all the grounds. And you can pretty much drive anywhere you want to on the grounds here, and you will not get stuck anywhere. So it's all good to go, and it's thought out pretty well this year, and compared to in years past when we've opened up. So I don't foresee any moisture coming back up through the ground.
I think this may be the first time since 2018, I guess it would have been, since we've been doing the show, that the opening night hasn't been postponed due to weather conditions at Attica. So, and it seems even earlier than normal, because usually a little bit later, isn't it?
Well, I want to say about 2-3 years ago, we moved it to the middle of March. It used to be like the second to last Friday of March. Now it's the middle of March, and people always ask. That's the first thing they say when the schedule comes out. Why do you guys start so early? Because of this right here. Because of this one time that we can get 70-degree weather in March, and everybody is itching to go racing. So.
I know I'm taking away from spoiling what you're going to say later, but I saw the low for tomorrow night's like 58 or something.
Right. And so I said, I might be in shorts all night. I think I will probably do that. I know my dad always is, known for wearing shorts, but he always says, he goes, I'm getting older. I don't know if I can do that as much anymore, but I have a feeling he's going to be in shorts tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I'll bet.
So
I don't think I've seen him at a racetrack
without
where
shorts?
He wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Right. Well, people always say, well, why? I said, well, he's in the pits in the beginning of the night. It's still warm. Then he goes up to the tower. He's not sitting outside. So, he's comfortable.
And then after the races, he just runs up and down the stairs.
Exactly. Yeah. Gets his blood flowing and run up and down the stairs. And he's good to go. Exactly. Makes sense.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's cold, because then I can always put on my fire suit if I get cold.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Before we talk about the schedule for the entire year, let's tell everybody what's scheduled for tonight with the opener and hours, when things start, how much it's going to cost, all that stuff.
Gotcha. Gates will open up at 5. That's pit gates and main gates. 5 o'clock tomorrow, and then it is $22 for general admission and seniors. Then elect kids 11 to 15 are $10, and kids 10 and under, as always, are free. And pit passes will be $35. That did not change from last year. And then we'll have hot laps probably about 6:15, 6:20, and then we'll get heat races going right around that 7:45 mark.
Now, in the past, it has been streamed. Are you streaming again?
Yep, we're still on Dirt Vision. I'm looking at all their stuff right there right now. So we will still be on Dirt Vision again this year for I want to say it's our 5th season, something like that. Or 6th season, I believe. So yeah, moving right along with that. So everybody, who doesn't want to come out in the beautiful weather that we're going to have tomorrow, you can sit at home and watch, and then look at everybody and go, man, I wish I was there.
There you go.
There's just no reason tomorrow not to watch,
to
smell race fumes.
Yeah, there's no reason, because that's what I was talking to my track guy, Port Shop, and he goes, there's been years that we have raced on this scheduled opener, but it was cold. He goes, I can't remember in the almost 20 years that he's been here. He goes that it's going to be this warm on a scheduled opener.
I think we talked about it the last time you were on the show, about one night where the track flash froze.
Yep. I told somebody that story the other day. I said, I've heard that from several people, and they said, they go, we were just sitting in the stands, and all of a sudden, they're going, all of a sudden, just you saw cars flying this way, flying this way, flying this
everywhere.
way. Yeah. And they go, what is going on? And somebody goes, I think the tracks froze.
It absolutely did.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue for tomorrow, though.
No, he's actually had to add a little bit of water today. And he added, I think, maybe 1-2 loads, and I think he might add another one tonight. But other than that, he said, nah, he goes, I think I'm pretty good to go until morning.
Okay. You kind of answered this question, but Dave, our producer, wanted me to ask about senior citizen or military discounts for admission.
Senior citizen, we do not have. It would just all be all the general admission. And the military, as in the 2 years I've been here, we have not done that. That's something that we could talk about, but as of right now, it will just be all, like I said, the $22 general admission.
There you go, producer Dave. There's your answer. So let's. You disappeared. We can still hear you though.
Okay, hold on. My computer went haywire. Yeah, I know there's no video. Bring me back.
We can see a little Attica logo though. So I mean,
yeah, no.
Shelly Farmer says, well, you're messing around. Shelly Farmer says she's proud of her little cousin, Justin Liskai. You rock.
Thanks, cuz.
So let's talk about the season that's coming up there. I saw you got some decent point funds for the 410s and the late models and the 305s. You want to talk about those?
Yeah, I mean, we upped that point fund in the middle of last year, just to kind of say, hey, just to kind of keep race car drivers here in Attica and Fremont, for that lack of a better term too. Just because it was looking like, especially with 2 traveling series, it was like, well, our guy's going to go somewhere, So we said, okay, well, maybe if we entice them with the point, the point fund a little bit, there they can, stay at home. So, I'm looking at right now the 410s, it's a $25,000 point fund for the top 10 with 10,000 to win, 4,000 for second, 2,000 for third, and 1,700, 1,500 all the way down to fifth. And then the late models, which I've told you guys in the past, I used to be a late model snob where I only liked sprint cars. That's all I liked. And the late models have really been growing on me significantly. I started to, and plus last year, I mean, we had some awesome shows last year in the late model division. And it makes me more and more excited to watch those late model guys. And they have a 5,000 win point fund with a total of 15,000 for the top 10. And then you go down to our 305 sprints, which were I say conceived right here at Attica Raceway Park. The winner of that series in the points will take home $3,000, total $10,000 point fund there. So overall, you have a $50,000 point fund between for our top 10 in our 3 main divisions.
Justin, I remember in the past when the late models came out, the grandstands would empty and head to the concession stands. It's not that way anymore.
No, and you're not wrong. It is not. And you look at it and you see more and more people sitting and staying in their seats until maybe the next B main or something. Because the heat races for the late models were so good last year. And I think that was, honestly, I think to me, it was the biggest thing across all 3 of our divisions was our new clay that we put on in the off season the previous year. And then we put more on this over the course of this winter too. And it just, it's awesome. Let's just put it that way. And it has made for some great racing in all the divisions. And the late models, I tell you what, it's just, they have been putting on, it makes me excited for a late model, and I didn't think I'd ever say that. It makes me excited for late model shows and to get the bigger series in too.
I think that's going to be really cool.
Now, you also, I believe there's some increases in the weekly payouts as well, right?
Correct. In the late models, we did increase that. Let me pull it up here real quick. There it is. For the late models, yeah, we went up to 2,000 to win, up from 1,500. And then 1,200 for second, 800 for third, 600 for fourth, and 500 for fifth, and then 300 for down to 10th, and then 200 to start. So yeah, we looked at that and we kind of did looked at it and said, okay, what do we have to do to get a few more late models here on Friday nights? And we are really lucky here at Attica is we have two premier divisions on our race card every Friday night in the 410s and the super late models. You don't get that very many places across the country.
No.
And so and we looked at that and said, okay, we need to reward these guys, for putting on such a great show and for just supporting us in general. So John and I sat down, we took a look at that in the off season, and he goes, we'll add some money to those guys. And, because they have been supporting us for so long.
How can you guys afford all that?
Great marketing partners is the key words there. And that's this year was my first, I would say, real off season. And so it was fun. It was fun for me because, I got to go around and talk to, all these different marketing partners and, and thank them for their support. And, and then I love the ones that have been around for a while. And you hear the stories from back, because a lot of them, they're race fans. They've been going to the races for 30, 40, 50 years. And, I love hearing those stories of, back in the whatever years, we went to this track and this guy and this and blah, blah, blah. And it was just a lot of fun. And I get myself in trouble because I end up talking too much and it takes me too long to get home. But it's just, like I said, it's just a lot of fun when you have that many great sponsors and marketing partners that support us, year in and year out. And a lot of them, I'm looking at the billboards here on my front stretch, and a lot of them, they haven't moved in, 10, 15 years or even 20 years. A lot of them are the same. I was taking down one earlier, and I'm pretty sure that's been here since the late 90s. And so, I was replacing over top of it, but it's like a lot of these marketing partners just come back and back and back and honestly, it's because they love the sport. And they love to come out and they love to be involved, and we love them for it. So,
now, how excited are you about the return of the All-Star Circuit of Champions this year? You got five nights with them.
Yeah, 5 nights. Two for the Spring Nationals there, the Corn Main Spring Nationals begin the year. Then the traditional Speed Week stop, which we start off there on Friday, June 13th. And then our 2 shows for the Attica Ambush there, Labor Day weekend. I would say exciting would be an understatement. Just because, I always joke with people, Attica Raceway Park and I have grown up together. It's only a year older than I am. So, and I remember coming to all-star shows here, all the time. I remember for Speed Week, the one year when Mark Keegan, beat, Steve Kinzer? I can't remember. I think it was. And it was like, this place was going to burn down. Everybody was so excited, and it's like the All-Stars between here and Fremont, like that's the home of the All-Stars, and so it's like, it just feels right.
So how's that going to work out with Flow and Dirt Vision? Is that going to be a split broadcast, or how do you know how they're handling that?
So from what it's been explained to me is basically those will be Flow nights on those All-Star nights.
So they'll cover all
they'll cover all the divisions. Yep.
Gotcha.
And all those All-Star nights, we only have one extra division. So, okay. I know people complain about that at Eldora when they have, the USAC and the World of Outlaws, and it's like, nope, you got to go to Flow for this and division for this. So it's, we talking with Rich Farmer over the off season, as he's heading up the this new version of the All-Star Circuit of Champions. He goes, no, we're not going to make people go back and forth, and
That's
he
great.
goes, we'll just do it. And, we'll call it a day. And I like that. It's very, very good for the fans. And I think it's just good overall.
That's what I was going to say. It's very good for the fans, because I always found that annoying. I'm like, okay, these guys are done now. I got to go find it on here. Yeah. And it's like, oh, man. So that's cool. But, you got the All-Stars, you got the World of Outlaws again for a couple dates, the Attica Fremont Championship Series, the American Ironman Series. You got some big shows again.
Yeah, that's, and you look at it and you look at our schedule, and every month has at least one, I would say, big show. With May having 2, we have it basically bookend. We start with the American Ironman Late Model Series, which, I'm looking forward to them. Talking with Chris Tilley over the off season, that man gets me excited about late model racing. And it's, like I said, it takes a lot to do that, but he's just so passionate about it. And so we start, like I said, we start the month of May off with them. And then the end of May on Memorial Day weekend, we have the NOS Energy Drink World of Outlaws Sprint Cars coming to town. So, we had 2 big shows in May. And then June, back up. In April, we got the 2-day show with the All-Stars. May, we got Eric and Ironman Late Model Series and the NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars. And then June, we have Speed Week. And then July, we have our Crown Jewel event here at Attica, the Ohio Logistics Brad Doty Classic, presented by DAC Pet Products. And that's one that, everybody in the state of Ohio, I believe, has circled on their calendars. And then we come back in the end of August. We have our 2-day show for our with the All-Stars for our Attica Ambush. So like I said, pretty much every month that we are open, we have a big show at least once a month. Nice.
Now, and the Doty again, is that 15,000 to win?
15,000 to win. Yep.
Okay. Very nice. I know that, and that's a Tuesday night, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Tuesday, I believe it is July 15th.
We'll have to get Brad on the show again.
Yeah.
I always enjoy talking to him, and he always loves the Brad Doty Classic as well.
That man gets so nervous that week. It is so funny to talk to him that week and kind of leading up to it. I don't really know how much he eats that week. I feel like he is very nervous, and that's what. And last year, I saw it firsthand, and he was doing like an interview on the horse track, and he had his paper to name all of his sponsors, and he goes, I'm nervous until the checkered flag falls, and I'm like, I'm good. It's good. I'm good before that. To me, it's once the gates open, that's when I'm good. There's a lot of work that goes into it, just getting things around, and getting ready for that event. But like I said, once the gates open, to me, it's like, oh, we're good to go, and he's around, thanking his sponsors, and thanking them all around that he can. But yeah, he gets so nervous, and he's looking at 3 different weather apps and all that. And I said, Brad, it's good. He goes, I said, we're fine, we're good, and he's trying to calm down. But yeah, he's just, I think that's just his nature.
You mentioned you guys put down a little more clay this year. Any other changes, I guess, around the facilities that fans or racers can expect to see?
Around the facilities, no, not this year, other than, like I said, that new clay. We brought that in the fall, realistically still summer. It was just about September. And then other than that, the biggest change would be that this year we are going to be on My Race Pass. So we're gonna get going on that, and dive into the deep end there on head first with that one. But other than that, right now, basically we're looking good around here. Everything's good to go, and we're just ready for people to show up and race cars to get going.
I noticed the My Race Pass thing. I didn't realize you guys weren't on it before.
Right.
What I guess what led to that decision to be part of My Race Pass?
Everybody else is doing it.
Kind of. You're not wrong there. It was kind of a monkey see, monkey do type thing. Everybody was kind of going to it, and the way I kind of explained it to John. I said, John, it's Race Monitor and Twitter all in one. I said, we had been doing Twitter with our lineups and then Race Monitor for live scoring. I said, now you can do it all in one. And I go, you can get your lineup straight from, the app. I go, so, you guys don't have to walk up to the pit tower, say the guys are back, parked off of turn 3 back over there, and they're thrashing on something. I said, they can just look at the phone and go, okay, yeah, we start 6th in this B main or what, and so it wasn't hard to get them to say, yep, let's go ahead and do that. And I talked with the guys at My Race Pass last year and then over the winter. And then, we finally said, okay, we're just going to go with it. And it's pretty cool. There's a lot on the back end of it to do. There's so many different features, but the main thing is, our great fans are going to have that access with the heats, with the live scoring, with the lineups.
That's what I was going to ask, if you're going to have the live.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Everything will be, so the live timing and scoring will be up there. Actually, I was messing around with it the other day, and I got on the app and I had done a demo in my scoring, and it was pulling straight up. And so I was like, okay, well, it works. There we go. I don't know if anybody saw that, but on a random Tuesday in the middle of the week. But it should be all good to go come tomorrow.
Cool. What about concessions? Any new foods?
when I talked to her the other day, she said she was gonna, try to bring in some possibly like some chicken, like boneless chicken tenders type things.
Ooh.
But for the most part, it's going to be the same, good old, a lot of people like the walking tacos. It's funny, living here in Northwest Ohio, we take root shredded chicken sandwiches for granted. Because, you talk to people from other states, they're like, what the heck is a shredded chicken sandwich? And, that's the one thing I've seen a lot of people do say on our posts and stuff, they say, oh, what about the food? And they say, you got to go with the shredded chicken. And it's like, to me, that's just, that's what you go with. But then obviously the walking taco, I think that's probably our one of our biggest sellers as well.
Okay. Tom Long wants to know, is the cost for my race pass a lot more than Race Monitor? I have no idea what those are.
I don't. It's not much. If it is, it might be like $2 more. Because the last time I had checked, I didn't even have Race Monitor last year, but Race Monitor used to be $5 or $6, and I want to say my race pass is under 10 if I remember correctly.
Dwayne Hancock says he's ready for the loaded nacho.
The loaded nachos. There you go. Yeah. The onion rings. Honestly, the onion rings are a silent favorite of mine. Those are amazing.
Gotcha. We got quite another one here. Expected car count. Have you heard from any drivers maybe that have kind of said, we're racing tomorrow? I got to get my crap together.
That's the thing. I haven't heard from many because I think they're still trying to thrash and get their cars put together.
They were planning on a rain out.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. They were planning on not racing until, another 2 weeks or so. But I don't know if he wants me to share, but I will. But the car owner for Chase Dietz over in Pennsylvania, he called me the other day. And they were asking questions, and he's like, well, he goes, we'll probably make it over. And I said, well, okay, come on over. I don't know if Lincoln or whoever Port was running this weekend. I don't know what they were doing, but he's maybe they were coming over to get ready for some of the All-Star shows or the Outlaw shows or what have you.
Now is tomorrow? Is that a points night?
Yeah, it's okay, a regular points night. Gotcha. So that's it's kind of going to be kind of intriguing to see how many guys got their stuff put together. Because guys looking at running for points, it's like that's a points night, and you lose out on one night, and that's going to be tough to claw out of.
Yep, absolutely.
So and I was telling somebody, I've made my rounds of picking some stuff up, T-shirts and other this and that, and posters and all that, and I've been to several like sticker shops around, decal shops around the area. I've been to 3 or 4 different ones, and every single one of them, when I stopped by, they were still printing off decals for cars. So guys still don't have stuff stickered, and I have a feeling some might be stickering in the pits tomorrow afternoon.
There might be a lot of duct tape numbers on.
Yeah, that might be too. Yeah, exactly. But hey, you know what? Those don't make the car go any faster.
That's true. What event are you most excited about for this season?
The biggest one I look, well, obviously the Doty, that's just a big one. This is just fun because of all the basically it's kind of like the circus is coming to town. We have a whole bunch of different people show up, like the Sprint Car Hall of Fame with their raffle car. We have, some other different vendors and stuff like that. But the biggest one I'm looking forward to is Labor Day weekend, the first day of the Attica Ambush, with the Ironman Late Model Series on Friday, along with the All-Star 410 sprints. That's just, that's basically 2 premier divisions right there in 2 series on one night. That's you can't get any better than that, and as a fan, as of right now, we looked at the other day, the ticket price should be $25 for general admission.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. So, that's going to be a good deal. And like I said, don't quote me on that. That's right now it could change, but that's what we had planned on doing for that. But that will be that'll be a good one. What
night is season championship night? How long do the points go through?
Friday, September 5th is season championship.
Okay. So the following week after that then.
The following week, and then that does have a rain date if we do get rained out of Friday, September 19th, which we actually had to use last year. So basically, if we do get rained out on that Friday, September 5th, we take a week off for Fremont's Jim Ford Classic. and then we'll come back the following week, which would be Fremont's championship night as well. But knock on wood, we're going to get that night in on Friday, September 5th.
So what anything left for you to do before tomorrow night's opener? What do you got to get done still?
Well, it's little things here and there, just to button some things up. Print a couple things off, maybe laminate a couple things. Put the trash bags in. Put the skybox chairs out, as you could see behind me earlier. Just like I said, just little things, but to get buttoned up. But other than that, not too much.
All right, you're ready for tomorrow?
Yes.
Got to get the announcer all pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't take him much to get pumped up there for opening night. He gets pretty going good, pretty good. Excuse me. Beginning of the year. Because it's sticking all winter, and then he's like, okay, let's go. And especially when it's going to be that warm, he'll be ready to go.
Gotcha. Tom Long asks, I didn't see on your schedule any high limit sprint car shows.
We do not have the high limit shows. We just, like I said, the touring series we'll have is the World of Outlaw sprints, 2 of those, 2 Ironman late model series, and then the 5 All-Star Circuit of Champions events.
Awesome.
And a bunch of AFCS.
Yes, I do believe, I want to say it was 8. I think we said 8 or 10 shows at both tracks. And the nice thing that, Dwayne and I and Rich Farmer had sat down over the off season, and we said, we wanted all of the AFCS nights to be back to back. So basically, Friday here at Attica and then Saturday at Fremont. So that way, we can get those guys in from Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, where they can come in on Friday night, get one hotel room, and they can race 2 nights in a row for a pretty good pay.
Gotcha. And the schedule can be found at atticaracewaypark.com.
Correct.
And you guys have social media too, right?
Correct. Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter. It'll be Twitter forever.
Yeah.
Twitter and Facebook, all at Attica Raceway Park.
No TikToks?
No. I don't do the TikToks.
I don't either.
I really don't. I don't even Snapchat. And it's like, I'm not that old, but it's just, I have 3 kids at home. I don't need to be doing TikToks and doing Snapchats, so we'll stick to the old fashioned Twitter and Facebook.
Awesome. Finally, you want to give a shout out to some of those sponsors that are helping you pay all these great weekly payouts and the points championship funds?
Yeah, we have there's a whole list on our website that it just, you look at it and go, wow. I'm looking at them right now. I'm scrolling, and wow, there they are.
Okay, want to highlight a couple then?
Yeah, the big ones, maybe I'll do like our heat race or our division sponsors, I should say. You have the Dirt Nerds, powered by propane for our late models. We have Cali's Performance 410 sprints, and then we have our Fremont Fence 305 sprints, and then just our other countless ones, like Ohio Logistics is our main title sponsor for our Brad Doty Classic. You have Kistler Engines for the Kistler Engines Classic in May for the World of Outlaws. You can just go down the line. Ballman Auto Group, they're a big one. They support us with the night. They provide us with the pace truck. And they do all kinds of other things. Support the AFCS as well. That's a real big one there. Those are, I would say, some real big ones that have been a long time sponsors. You have Kistler Race Products. Dave is now he's the only speed shop in town around here, between the Attica and Fremont. So Dave's a busy person over there. So I always like to give him a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Other than that, like I said, there's just a bunch that have been around forever and ever and ever over here at Attica.
Gotcha. And tomorrow night is the first race. You're basically weekly starting tomorrow, right?
Correct. Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are weekly. We don't have a scheduled off day, off Friday, until let's see, which would be the middle of June after Speed Week. So, Yeah, and that's a big long stretch there. And then let's see, till June, probably what 20th or 21st or something like that. So yeah, but we are weekly until then.
All right, you're going to be busy.
That's an understatement. Yes. Mother Nature, I'm sure, will rear her head here soon. Next week, I know it's supposed to be kind of cold, but we'll see what she gives us and where we can go from there.
Well, looking forward to getting the season started tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. I'm not a morning person by any means, but I tell you what, on opening night, I get up early. I'm like a kid going to Disney World. I mean, you get up and go, okay, we got to do this. And it's like, all right, I'm just up.
So what time are you getting to the track in the morning?
Tomorrow, I'll probably get here around 9. But I'll try to get here earlier, but 9 o'clock is usually about a good time. I go and stop and get my normal race day breakfast at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A biscuit with the hash brown and a Sunjoy, which is half lemonade, half sweet tea. I got that before every race last year. I call me superstitious, but yeah, that's what I do every Friday, and it worked. So
don't mess with success.
Right, exactly.
So you got 410s, late models, 305s. Tomorrow, the opener at Attica Raceway Park. Justin Liskai, always a pleasure talking to you.
Thanks, guys, for having me. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you at the races real soon.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yes. You guys plan on coming up?
Oh, we might.
Could be.
There you go. Hey, well, like I said, you have no excuse. It's going to be beautiful.
I know. Looking forward to it, Justin, and good luck with everything out there. Top-notch facility, and definitely a good product, a great product on the track.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it for having me, and we'll see you soon.
Yep, we'll see you.
Have a great day tomorrow.
Thank you.
There you go. Justin Liskai, your Director of Operations over there at Attica Raceway Park. That's going to kick off the race season here tomorrow night.
Yay.
In Northwest Ohio. So we got that weekend weather pit stop coming up.
Yep.
You want to do it now just to get out of the way?
I think we've already done it for all practical purposes.
Well, make it official.
Scott, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be the breeze, the winds that we've had are going to be dying down, so that won't be a big factor. Like we said before, 72. I'm thinking maybe record temp 74, I think, is the record. We might tickle that 74 degrees. By the end of the night, it's still going to be in the 60s. The low temperature at 2 in the morning is going to be 58. So,
is it bring a sweatshirt weather? Is it shorts weather? Or
you can wear shorts if you want.
Well, Brian's going to be wearing shorts.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. That is your weekend weather pit stop for Attica Raceway Park tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday.
Saturday is another story.
If there's any place you were going racing Saturday, make other plans.
I did get a forward from one of our correspondents that Paragon Speedway, down on the other side of Indianapolis,
right.
They were originally scheduled to race on Sunday. They've moved their program to tomorrow night,
Friday,
because of the weather for this weekend.
There could be some nasty stuff
on Saturday.
When
I'm working on my car, trying to get it ready.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Make sure you've got a roof over your head.
I plan on stopping by Ron Miller Race Cars, your one-stop racing headquarters, located in Lambertville, Michigan. Ron Miller Race Cars has everything you need to keep your racing dreams on track, from custom race cars to parts, safety equipment, service, and even American Racer tires. If it's for racing, Ron has it, or you can get it, including bleeder valves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'll be there for, and maybe some weights. Give him a call today, 734-856-7223. Let Ron help you gear up for victory. Ron Miller Race Cars, fueling racers one lap at a time. And DCR Graphics, your source for high-quality wraps, stickers, die-cast, banners, and more. If you're looking to upgrade your race team's look, DCR Graphics has you covered with full wraps starting at just $425 plus shipping. So, I mean, that's not a bad deal, really.
No, it's really not.
Want to showcase your car in miniature form? You can get a box of 8 custom die casts. Basically, he'll make a die cast of your car, a replica of your car with your design for just $130 for 8 of them plus shipping.
That's all lettered and everything.
That's like our guy up
Right.
there, sort of. But you can get late model sprints and modifieds, and you might be able to get some other things.
Maybe.
If you talk to him nicely. DCR has even more ways to show off your style. Check out their brand new lineup of crew shirts, T-shirts, hoodies, flags, hats, and more. I know John Young, I think, just got his shipment in.
Really?
They look pretty good.
Cool.
His nightmare shirts. Hit up DCR Graphics on Facebook or call 419-308-9523 to place your order today. DCR Graphics, where speed meets style. And speaking of DCR, see, I told you, I got like little news blips for each of our sponsors tonight. I was talking to him a little earlier. He had this idea. He wants to put the names of our listeners on the show, or listeners of the show on his car.
Really?
Because he's got the Hammer Down Racing Report logo on the nose of his car. And he's like, he texts me with this idea. I was like, what do you think about putting the names of the listeners on a car? And I was like, okay, are they going to sign it?
Well, I mean,
is he talking about my car?
I've seen deals where people autograph.
I wasn't sure exactly what he's talking. I think he's going to get it's just going to be printed on the car, and he's not going to trade it at no charge. I don't know how he's going to do it yet, but he thought that would be a neat design idea to get people that listen to the show get their name on the car. So you could basically go for a ride on a dirt late model at no cost to you. And we'll get details on that. That just popped up before the show tonight.
It's still in the works.
Yes, very much so in the works. We do have just a little bit of race news, not very much, before we get to our how many and a chance to win that Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. So let's do that.
Latest racing news.
So NASCAR Cup Series driver Ty Gibbs is set to make his high limit racing debut tonight and Thursday. High Limit's kicking off their season. It's weird. It's tonight and Thursday at Las Vegas, not Friday, but just tonight and Thursday. The dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He's going to make his debut with CB Industries. That was announced on Tuesday afternoon. According to the team, Gibbs will also run at select high limit races this season beyond Las Vegas. He'll pilot the number 84 Monster Energy sprint car in both races this weekend. The 22-year-old Cup Series driver competed with CB Industries before in a handful of midget races in the last few months, including the famed Chili Bowl Nationals.
I wonder how Grandpa Joe feels about that.
About his racers racing in other series?
About one of his racers racing a sprint car, too,
that's been... Kyle Larson and especially Alex Bowman with Hendricks. It was, when he got hurt, I don't know. That's anyways. And speaking of high limits, we have some high limit breaking news. Breaking news that I had just gotten a little bit ago from producer Dave just before we came on. So I haven't even had a chance to read this, but here we go. Before tonight's 2025 Kubota High Limit Racing season opener at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Flow Racing, series co-founders and owners Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet held a State of the Series press conference to reveal new developments for the series, including the first details of a landmark franchise system aimed to elevate the sport of sprint car racing. Effective in 2026, 10 Kubota High Limit Racing team owners will enter the Kubota High Limit Racing franchise system. Focused on creating a sustainable business model for its race teams, Kubota High Limit Racing will distribute up to $18 million in total value over the next 4 years. Maximum investment of franchise system by year. In 2026, the franchise system is set to pay up to $3,970,000, two teams. 2027, that goes up to $4,322,500.
Wow.
To the teams. In 2028, we'll skip to 2029. That's $5 million, over $5 million.
Whew.
Basically, it's going up quite a bit. As the 5 highest finishers in the 2024 championship standings, the first 5 franchises currently belong to Casey Kane Racing, Clausen Marshall Racing, Rico Abreu Racing, Roth Motorsports, and Murray Marks Motorsports. That would be the numbers 49, the 7BC, the 24, the 83, and the 19. 5 more franchises will be awarded after the 2025 Kubota High Limit racing season. These franchises will be secured based on the average point finishes from the 2024 and 2025 seasons among drivers who didn't earn a franchise in 2024. Franchises are permanent and create long-term value for team owners who can sell or transfer the franchise they've earned. A rolling 2-year average of points finishes determines the year-by-year franchise rankings. A pathway will be possible for up to 5 additional teams to enter the franchise system over the 2026 through 2027 seasons, creating up to 15 franchisees when the 2028 season begins. More details will be released later this season. So, yeah.
Kind of NASCAR-esque.
Very NASCAR-esque. I wonder, I don't know. What do you feel about that kind of...
That's a lot of money that they're throwing around.
It is a lot of money.
But then again...
But it's only a few people that are going to be...
partaking of that money, too.
Yeah.
And then the announcement a few weeks ago that gambling was coming to the High Limit Series. I don't know.
It's a wait and see. How
sprint car guys, world of outlaws. I mean, I don't know. How are the racers going to respond to it? Chasing the money, I guess.
I'd like a cut of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But, but you got to be, the top 5?
Right, this year.
Yeah. There you go. That is the racing news. That's all I had for this week as far as racing news goes. Yeah. So moving right along, got to mention Victory Fuel, the ultimate flavored electrolyte water to power your day. It shouldn't even be called water. It's a
whole lot more than that.
It's a nice flavored drink. Yeah. It's packed with a full load of electrolytes, 120% of your daily vitamins, and absolutely no artificial coloring, caffeine, or carbonation. Just pure, refreshing hydration. And it tastes good.
Yeah.
It's no wonder Victory Fuel is the top choice for race teams on race day, helping them stay at peak performance when it matters most. Ready to stock up? Contact your local sales representative, Tanya Conley, for track concessions and business wholesale inquiries at Tanya, that's Tanya, at drinkvictory.com, or you can order online at their website, which is simply drinkvictory.com. And, of course, make sure to use discount code Conley Racing at checkout for exclusive savings. Victory Fuel, because champions deserve the best. And even non-champions.
I was going to say, it doesn't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to be a champion. Could make you a champion. Are you a racer or a fan looking to capture every thrilling moment of the track? Look no further than Freeze Frame Photos, your go-to for all your racing photo needs, whether it's heart-pounding action shots or those unforgettable victory lane moments. Freeze Frame has you covered, but that's not all. They also offer a fantastic range of custom gifts to commemorate your favorite races, including print magnets, can koozies, tumblers, wood plaques, custom slate photos, wind spinners. Those will be spinning real good on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. And buttons, just to name a few. If you want to add a personal touch, it's not a problem. Freeze Frame Photos can customize any photo or gift with your own text or graphics, making each piece uniquely yours. Call Charlie today, 419-407-6994, and let Freeze Frame Photos turn your favorite memories into timeless treasures. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time. I was going to say something. I totally forgot what it was.
I don't know.
Oh,
you didn't tell me.
It makes a great gift idea if you cancan't figure out what to get a race fan.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday's coming up or something. Get a hold of Charlie.
Call Charlie.
They got a favorite racer. I'm sure Charlie's got pictures of him.
Yep. And if you forget his phone number, he'll be at Oakshade every Saturday night during the race season.
There you go. No Hammer Down Hotline playback this week, so no worries there. But if you do have something on your mind, you want to get it off your chest, go ahead. Call our confession line at 419-318-3081. That's 419-318-3081. We call it the Hammer Down Hotline. You can call it whatever you want. You can text it anytime, day or night. There you go. And now it is time to give away a DCR Graphics Hammer Down Race Report window sticker with our How Many.
How many?
Let's do that right now. Last week's How Many World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars were going to be at Magnolia Motor Speedway this past Saturday.
Right.
Do you know how many that turned out to be?
You know, I don't know.
I didn't know either. I had to look
But
it
you're
up.
going to tell me.
28.
Ooh.
28 was the magic number. You picked 46. We were both a little optimistic. I was more pessimistic than you because I said 45. Finally, it worked out for me.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I got one of those. Our listener winner, the lowest one we had was David Keegan with 32.
Really?
Yeah. So congratulations, David Keegan.
I wonder why the car count was that low.
I don't know.
Strange.
So, David Keegan, you got yourself a Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker. You can get these for just $5 from DCR Graphics, though, if you don't win.
Yeah, just give it here. I'll put that with his Oakshade Raceway passes.
David Keegan is a popular name tonight.
And I'll
for
see
winning
to
things.
it. I'll see to it that they get delivered via Tim Baker.
And don't forget to enlist in the Hammer Down or the Hammer Down Army, I should say. Slap one of these bad boys on your car. Take a picture of it. Tag us in it. Send me a message on Facebook, and you'll be part of the Hammer Down Army. We'll report on your results each and every week. Results starting tomorrow at Attica. So if you haven't joined the Hammer Down Army, get on that. Time's running out, and we'll report where you finished. It's free publicity, really, is pretty much what it is. Just for slapping a little sticker on your car there. Yeah. That is last week's How Many. This week's How Many. It's kind of already in progress.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a math problem. I did this for you because you like the pluses.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't type this in yet either. Well, you're just going to have to listen because I didn't type it in. This week's How Many is how many high-limit sprint car competitors will be in action tonight, Thursday night, plus how many are going to be in action on Saturday at Las Vegas. So both races at Las Vegas. So if there's 20 tonight and 20 on Saturday, and they're all the same drivers, it doesn't matter. It's just the total number plus the total number.
I wonder if Ty.
So it'd be 40 if it was 20 for both.
Did you say that Ty Gibbs?
Ty Gibbs is making his debut tonight. Yeah,
but will he race on Saturday?
I believe he's running both of them.
Okay. Ooh, and there were 23. You said at the mag.
That was World of Outlaws, and that was 28. And there was I did cheat a little. There was an entry list. It had 32 names on it, if I counted correctly. Just to share the knowledge with everybody. So I'm going to go with 32, by the way. If you would like a chance to win.
Why would you go with 32 when you're doing math?
Oh, shoot. You're right.
You can't do that. I'm sorry.
Because they're going to rain out on Saturday.
Black flag.
All right, fine, 32. I'm locked in at 32.
I'm going 36.
Put your comment, your guess in the comments of the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. Closest to that will determine. We'll get one of these Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers. And we'll give you till Saturday morning. Saturday at noon.
Yeah.
Because tonight's already is pretty much
it's
decided.
Underway.
You could figure that out if you're smart. You'd look at that and maybe double it. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming it's about 32. Now I got to hope for a rain out on Saturday. Thanks for me to have any chance. Does it rain in Las Vegas? It's not likely, is it?
Not likely.
Son of a bitch. So there you go. We'll give away that DCR graphic sticker next week. And again, if we throw in some pizza, if we get a pizza place, a local pizza place that wants to sponsor the How Many sometime in the near future, just get a hold of Ron or myself, and we'll make that happen. In the meantime, it is the DCR Graphics racing menu for the weekend here. So we're going to check out what's on the menu for this week.
Attica Raceway Park. It's dinner time. Let's go.
This weekend's racing menu.
Attica Raceway Park, you're right.
Hey.
It's Underground Utilities RD Holder Oil Company night, opening night, 410 sprints, UMP late models, and 305 sprints. Gates open at 5 p.m., racing at 7:45, and general admission $22, and that will happen tomorrow night at Attica Raceway Park. It's the only race in our neck of the woods this weekend. Other series action and racing in Australia, Perth Motoplex. They've been busy there.
They have.
Again, tomorrow night, Friday night. Well, actually, probably in about 12 hours from now. Wait, no. Yeah, because it's like 7 there in the morning. So they'll be racing real soon. Late Model Nationals and Asphalt Recyclers Australia Gold Cup featuring late models, 360 LS sprint cars and wingless sprints. And then they're racing Saturday as well with Late Model Nationals and Asphalt Recyclers Australia Gold Cup featuring late model sprint cars, wingless sprints, and Western Australia speed cars. So they had 3 days this past week.
Something I've noticed, Scott, is several of the divisions in Australia are requiring the LS Chevrolet engine.
Is that what the LS is for?
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember seeing anything like that here in the States, but interesting.
Murray Bridge Speedway on Saturday. It's going to be Blanks Automotive and Performance SSA National Super Sedan Title Night. That's a mouthful. Featuring, of course, super sedans, street stocks in action as well. Sunday, things continue there with night number 2 of super sedans and street stocks. Premier Speedway in action on Saturday with Sprint Cars Victorian Title Night, Sprint Cars Vintage Sprint Cars, and Junior Formula 500s. And as we mentioned, the Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series opener tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And then Saturday, the March 15th, racing there. And then things continue. Wednesday, they're going to be at Thunderbolt Raceway in Tulare, California, March 19th. So, boom, things are getting going. World of Outlaws NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, the Cowtown Classic at Cannondale Speedway Park in Texas is taking place Friday and Saturday nights. A NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series in action at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Actually, all 3 of the top NASCAR series in action at Las Vegas this weekend. The EcoSave 200 for the Truck Series Friday night, 9 o'clock on FS1. The Xfinity Series in action on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on the CW. And then the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Sunday at 3:30 on FS1. And that's it.
A lot of racing that part of the world.
Yeah, and they got the high limit guys out there. Of course, you got Kyle Larson racing with them. I don't remember all the other names that were on the list, but there's basically the who's who of sprint car racing. I
saw something in the scroll about Bell, but I didn't catch it.
Must be raining now. They haven't started yet. Showing the same thing over and over. Hot laps start at 8. Well, see, yeah, that makes sense, Dave. They're a couple hours behind. So they haven't even started yet. Hot laps haven't even started. 8:30 hot laps start. So you're not missing anything. We're not missing anything. And we'll be done well before that because we're about out of things here. Bell isn't running both.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about Gibbs, though. Is going to be running both. So there you go. So there could be a few sprint or NASCAR Cup Series guys running the sprint cars out there. Our Oakshade 50th anniversary trivia. If we get some more of those passes, supposed to get them, but we'll see. We'll post next week on our Facebook page. And for those of you listening here, you get a little heads up for it, so you can do some research before it's actually posted. That's going to be, and I want to see if you know who it is, but don't answer. Who has the most late model feature wins in 2003?
2003. Ooh.
Think about who was racing back then. I mean, there's a few, right? A few pretty big names.
Yeah.
Was it Ron Miller?
I don't know.
So that'll be next week's Oakshade Raceway 50th anniversary trivia question. Look for a post on our Facebook page, and once that's made, put your guess in the comments. You can only guess once. You can't change your guess, and you have until like 3 o'clock on Thursday to get your guess in. We'll spin the wheel again, and you have to be listening to win those passes. That's the way that whole thing works. Thanks to producer Dave Kimmer, contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak.
Now, wait a minute. You said 3 o'clock on Thursday?
Yeah.
to put your entry in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Once I make the post.
Yeah,
I'll make
okay.
the post Monday or
Yeah,
Tuesday.
okay.
So you'll have a couple days.
Yeah.
And it'll make its rounds, I'm sure. Radar has rain coming. Are we talking about Las Vegas, guys? Marie's going to be in bed at 8:30.
Oh, well.
And you just disappeared. I'm not sure what just happened.
Huh.
Oh, apparently that whole thing just shut off.
I'm still on my camera.
Huh. Oh, I'm not sure. Is Dave messing with us?
I don't know.
I'm not sure what's happening, Dave. And he's shaking his head no. Maybe that's like, you're done. Get out of here. I think that's what's trying to happen here. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on X at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. You can watch us on Spotify or listen to us there. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We're on all 593 podcasting things. HammerdownRacingReport.com. You can also listen to us there. More information there, as well as the Hammerdown Army. You can find out information.
You said that Facebook was going to limit the amount of shows we have archived?
Yeah. Starting in May, I believe it's only going to go back 30 days. So I still got to download some more. I'm going to be archiving all of our older shows. I'll be uploading to YouTube. So our older shows will be archived on YouTube as long as I download them all before May. There's a lot. That's 370 we're on? That's crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Can't believe we're having this much fun.
Thanks to our sponsors, Oakshade Raceway. Thanks to these guys that let us have this fun. Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars. He lets us have fun. Freeze Frame Photos, Magic Moment Entertainment, Victory Fuel, Dittman Motorsports, Dominator Race Products, DCR Graphics. Support them who support us. Thanks to our guest this week, Justin Liskai. Get out to Attica Raceway Park tomorrow night. Next week on the show, I believe we're going to be speaking with the new promoter up there at I-96 Raceway.
Oh, cool.
About what they got planned for that facility this year. So looking forward to that. So we'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m.
We'll have to make sure that we cover a little bit of Wayne County to keep our listeners happy.
Absolutely.
Very good.
That's a wrap on show number 370 of
The Hammer Down Racing
Report.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.